Have you ever wanted to learn hypnosis but didn't know where to start? I'm going to teach you everything that you need to do in less than 30 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to become a proficient and efficient and effective hypnotist and hypnotherapist in 30 minutes. I'm going to show you the fundamental basics of how to turn on the power of the imagination and become a very powerful hypnotist. Join me. Hello, my friends. Before we go to the really powerful stuff of teaching you hypnosis, there's one thing that I want to show you prior to you doing any hypnosis, right? It's really, really important that you learn this and you understand it, especially if you're new. If you're not new and you haven't been taught this, one of the most powerful lessons I think that I ever give when I'm delivering hypnosis, and that is hypnosis contraindications. When you shouldn't be using hypnosis. If your client displays anything, any of these, or you have a gut feeling that you shouldn't do, then you should never ever work with a client unless you've spoke to a GP or their psychiatric team or anything else. But my personal opinion, for a newbie, keep completely away from this, right? And I will go into it just shortly now, but I think it's one of the most important things. Hypnotizing people is easy. This is really fundamentally important that you understand this. So we've got the list here, which is schizophrenia, pathological personalities, alcohol or drug psychosis, senility, epilepsy and narcolepsy, bipolar conditions and clinical depression, and then serious heart conditions as well, and suicidal tendencies. Now, let me go through this. And I want you now to go research these after this video, and you've completed this with us. Go away and go research them, okay? Because this is a huge lesson in itself. I don't have enough time today. I'm just pointing it in your direction as a safety thing, okay? Schizophrenia, pathological personalities, alcohol or drug psychosis, senility, just mentioned that, epilepsy, narcolepsy, and bipolar conditions, clinical depression, and suicidal tendencies and heart conditions. Let me go through that. Schizophrenia, pathological personalities are really, really something you should never go near anyway, okay? I want you to go research it. I haven't got the time now. Alcohol or drug psychosis. Now, somebody who's got a drinking problem but has not been diagnosed with psychosis, you still have to be cautious with. But on the same token, if somebody who just is a binge drinker, then I would look at it as always be safe first, but on the same token, somebody who's binge drinking is different to somebody with psychosis with it, especially with drugs as well. Senility, that's something I want you to go research as well. There is little to no point dealing with senility. That is a hardwired problem rather than a psychological problem. Epilepsy, now, I'm going to tell you this. This is something that we do. However, epilepsy, this is me. I work with people with epilepsy, but I have an understanding that they have epilepsy prior to them doing anything. In my years of experience, I've never known anyone to have a seizure during a hypnosis event. However, it's still worthwhile to be cautious with it. Narcolepsy, that's another thing that you want to be looking for when people have got narcolepsy. Bipolar, I do work with people with bipolar. However, I do make sure that I have their clinical teams. They know that I've been working with them. It's really important that you do that. However, I'm going to stipulate again, if you're a newbie, keep away from it. If you're somebody that's been in this profession a while, then you'll understand that you'll go to a GP and make sure that you can work with that person as well, okay? So bipolar, clinical depression. I mean, let's put it this way. We all have depression. We all go through moments of life where we just think, oh, like that. We all do that. We're humans. Clinical depression is when somebody's being told by their GPs and clinically told they are clinically depressive. There is a whole lesson on that, but I haven't got time for that now. But I need you to understand there is a difference between somebody having a low point in life and somebody being clinically depressed, all right? So I want you to look at that. Suicidal tendencies. Never, ever, ever go near that. Right? Never. If anyone turns up displaying suicidal tendencies and you think they're going to do something to themselves or others, it is an emergency services job, or refer them back to their GP, their medical team. Really important you understand that. Really, really important. Serious heart conditions has been put on here as well. And that the reason is that that some people, it was recognised by the British Medical Association that the heart rate can lower so far that it may trigger a pacemaker to go off. Now, the chances of that are very slim to nothing. However, being forewarned, forearmed, I'm telling you now, something to look out for. At the very bottom, it tells you there, GP and doctor's approval. I'm going to tell you all the way through it. If you're new to this profession, make sure that you don't have any of them going on. If you're out there in the field at the moment, ensure that you protect yourself, but most importantly, your client. Probably one of the most important lessons that I love to give out there about this here. I want you to research it. I can't deal with this in this process. I'm alerting you to it. All right, my friends? Be safe out there and go enjoy yourself, and look forward to your next lesson. If you're like most hypnotists and hypnotherapists, you'll be chasing around for the that induction, that thing, and oh my God, they're not going into hypnosis. I can't get my client into hypnosis, and this induction must be better than that induction, and I need to get... Let me tell you now, the induction is the least of your worries. This lesson is the most important lesson, apart from the contraindications, that I'm going to give you. The pre-talk. The pre-talk in hypnosis is the most important lesson that you will learn in hypnosis. Let me tell you now, if your pre-talk, the way that you build your client up, build that belief, that expectation, and build up that theatre, that's when you've got hypnosis. You have to throw a little bit of energy into this. Stop being a damp dishcloth and get off your backside and really put some energy into it. The more energy that you put into preparing your client, the more they believe you, the more they'll expect something to happen. And that's why the pre-talk, the preamble, is the most important part that you as a hypnotist will learn. And it's very simple. I'm going to teach you the secret right now of how to have a great session. Most hypnotherapy training companies will teach you relax, 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 and you'll try to bore your client to death. I'm going to ask you to change that word. Hypnosis, 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 hypnosis. Everything is hypnosis. When the eyes move, it's hypnosis. When the hypnosis moves from the fingertips all the way through to the back of their eyelids, it's hypnosis. When they start to breathe deeply, that's the hypnosis. Use the word hypnosis as much as you can. Hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. You'll notice a drastic difference in the way that your sessions go if you use the word hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. Allow that hypnosis to travel up your arms. Allow that hypnosis to hit the top of your eyelids. Allow that hypnosis now to go through your body like it's never done before. Hypnosis and relaxation are two different things. I do not need relaxation for hypnosis. Relaxation is a byproduct of hypnosis, but I don't need relaxation whatsoever. I've performed this on streets, on stage, in a hypnotherapy environment, and I'm telling you now, take out the word relax and everything's hypnosis. You're going to see shortly me do a build-up when I explain, I demonstrate, I imitate, and I perform. That's all part of the build-up, the pre-talk, the preamble. Build up the belief and the expectation, and the rest will fall in place. What you're doing is theatre. Unbelievably, but it is theatre. It's all a big play. Let me explain later on. So, hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. Get ready for some more hypnosis. Ready for your next lesson? Let's go. So, we're now going to move on to the induction phase of hypnosis. And as we discussed in the pre-talk is the most important part in hypnosis. The hypnosis is vitally important. The next phase is the induction, which is all theatre. And today I'm going to be working with Lucy to show you how to get that induction together. Now, there's certain elements here that I want you to really watch that really bring it together. Okay, so I'm going to explain to the client what's going to happen. I'm going to demonstrate what's going to happen. I'm going to get them to imitate me, and then we're going to perform it. I'll explain it. I'll demonstrate it. I'll get them to imitate me and then perform it. This all starts to build up all of the belief and expectation that something is really powerful is now going to happen. And it's really important you understand this bit that I'm now going to do. Now, if I was working on street hypnosis or I was working anywhere else, I wouldn't bother. But this is mainly for you to refine your skills, or if you're new and learning, to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So explain it, I demonstrate it, imitate it, perform it. And I'm going to do that with Lucy now. Okay, in a moment, we're going to go into hypnosis. Hypnosis is a pure state of focus, nothing more, nothing less. And with hypnosis, it allows me to go into the subconscious, unconscious, that monkey brain, that part of the brain that allows us to get to the point where everything's happening. So if we're doing any clinical work, or we're doing any therapeutic work, or we're doing any like fun stuff with it, it allows me to go straight through into that part where all of the computer parts are. All right, the parts that make you do what you want to do. Okay, so there's my explanation. My demonstration is in a moment, I'm going to get you to do this. You're going to put your hands together like this. Then you're going to clamp your hands together like that. Then you're going to push your forefingers out like so. You're going to separate your fingers, and then you'll see the hypnosis happen. You'll see the hypnosis pulling your fingers together. You'll see it pulling together. And then the hypnosis will travel up your arms, into the back of your neck, over the top of your head, and it'll make your eyelids just start to flutter. Okay, so what I want you to do now, so there's the demonstration. What I want you to do now is just copy me, do that, do this, do this, do this, separate your fingers. Okay, and just watch your fingers start to come together now. Okay, cool. Okay, stop what you're doing there. So I've got to imitate what I'm doing. So I'm compounding everything that I've just told her. So what we're now going to do is go into hypnosis. Ready to go in hypnosis? One key thing that I'm looking for is threshold. I'm making sure that the person really, really wants this. So, ready to go in hypnosis. Yep. Ready to go to a mystical, magical place, a powerful place where you can make some positive and powerful changes. Good. Absolutely. Put your hands together like so. Hands together like that. Hands up like that. Four fingers out like so. Separate your fingers. Now watch this. Now watch the hypnosis start to pull your fingers together now. Just allow that hypnosis, your hypnosis, to go through your fingertips right now. Just imagine, only imagine now. That hypnosis is going to creep up into your arms, into the back of your neck, over the top of your head, and make your eyes start to blink. Now, just imagine, only imagine now, that hypnosis, making your eyes want to lock down, glue down, stick down, now. And just allow that hypnosis, your hypnosis, to happen now. Allow that hypnosis to happen and take you even further. The key thing is, any good hypnosis induction is the belief and expectation that something's going to happen. Did she believe that I was going to send her into hypnosis? Did she expect it to happen? Yes. Did that little bit of EDIP, explain it, demonstrate it, imitate it, perform it, did that build up the expectation? Yes, because it's all part of the theatre. Hypnosis inductions are only theatre. When you get that, when you get that hypnosis inductions are only theatre, then you'll do it. Now, that was called the magnetic fingers induction. That is the only induction I use. It doesn't matter whether I'm teaching in England, Europe, LA, Toronto, Vancouver, Hawaii, or Sydney. It is the same induction. All inductions are just part of the theatre. There's millions of inductions out there, but they all do the same thing, and that is the easiest one to do. And I strongly recommend, if you don't understand the magnetic fingers induction, go use it. Hands together, hands up, four fingers out like so. Separate the fingers and watch the fingers come together. There is a belief and expectation that comes with it all. Okay, so go out there and go look at the magnetic fingers induction, enjoy it, and play around with it and utilize it. And if you get any resistance, let's say somebody says, oh, my fingers are going to come together anyway, that's fine. Move on to another induction. But they're all the same. And to be brutally honest with you, I don't even use them anymore. I don't use hypnosis inductions anymore. I'm teaching you so you can build your confidence, but I don't actually use them anymore because the pre-talk is the foundation of everything that I do. So the next phase that we're going to go on to is the deepeners, and I'm going to take you through that stage right now. So we've done the pre-talk, we've done the induction, and now what we want to do is get somebody to open up their imagination. Now, many years ago, people used to talk about staircases and beaches and all that type of stuff. The key element that you need to do now is open up their imagination. The best way to get the imagination fired up is to get them to go to a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place, somewhere that they can go to. Now, the reason that I've always opted for this is because it allows the client to go where they want to go, not where I'm forcing them to go. I personally can't stand sandy beaches, sand in between my toes, sand in my food, sand in my sandwiches and all that type of stuff. It's probably the worst thing. I was brought up next to the beach, so I get it sand everywhere. So I wouldn't want that. But if I send somebody to a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place, and let them go there and acknowledge that they're there by them going like this or nodding or just saying, I'm there, then you will have them in the best place. Remember that all we're doing in this point here is opening up their imagination. We are just firing up that beautiful part that we can then start to make the powerful changes with. So, a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place, somewhere where you can make amazing, powerful changes. It's as simple as that, my friends. All right? So play around with the wordage and the verbiage, play around with it and make it yours. Send your client to an amazing imaginary place, open it up, then start the powerful work. Look forward to your next lesson. Now. Okay, so we've spoke about the pre-talk, we've looked at the inductions, we've had a look at the deepeners, and I'm going to take you on to suggestion phase now. Now, the point about suggestion phase is if you're new to hypnosis, I want you to be cautious about this part. First off, what I want you to do, if you're new to this part of the of hypnosis and the hypnocycle that I'm taking you through at the present moment in time, is to take it careful. Everybody is always worried about their first time hypnotizing because they're worried if something happens. Just be cautious. What I will tell you and give you something is that hypnosis is untangible. When we take somebody into hypnosis and we do something, we never know what the client's going to do. So I need you to be cautious about that and just understand, like we mentioned about contraindications, about when we shouldn't do it. So if you've got a contraindication within hypnosis, don't do it, right, with that person. Go find somebody and just get light trance and do something. If you're more established as a hypnotist, hypnotherapist, I'm going to take you through a process that I designed many years ago to help people, which is called content-free hypnosis, where we don't actually have to ask the client what's going on. Remember, we're hypnotists, not counsellors, not CBTers, not anything else. We are hypnotists, so we deal with the subconscious, unconscious monkey brain directly. The process I'm going to give you now is one that I've taught all over the world and worked with servicemen and women and post-trauma, you name it, and I work with it. It's the foundation of all my work. And if you look at my YouTube channel, you'll actually see more footage of me actually working on it. But I'm going to teach you step by step right now. Remember, if you're very new to hypnosis, take them into hypnosis, tell them to go somewhere mystical, magical, somewhere powerful, and then what I want you to do is then just bring them out. Build your confidence up and then go for this part. However, listen to this part. If you are, somebody with a little bit more experience, do this. But I'm warning you now, don't play around with hypnosis. Just be honest with yourself, and I want you to go out there and just practice, but make sure you're safe with other people, okay? So the key thing is, first thing is I'm just going to, Lucy's with us again. What we're going to do is we're going to use some hypnosis now to take her off to a mystical, magical place. Ready? Good. Hands together. Hands together. Hands up. 4 fingers out like so. Separate your fingers. Watch your fingers come together and just watch that hypnosis come down your arms into the back of your neck, over the top of your head. And just imagine that hypnosis, as soon as it touches those fingers there, just make your eyes start to lock down, glue down, stick down. Now, just imagine, only imagine now. Go back to that mystical place, that magical place, that powerful place, that place where you can make perfect positive lifestyle changes. What I want you to do now is I want your powerful subconscious right now is to take you to that mystical place, that magical place, that powerful place, and let go. I want you to let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, or sensations you've held on to over the past few weeks, the past few months, the past few years. Let go of any negative feelings, images, thoughts, emotions, or sensations you've held on to over the past few weeks, past few months, past few years. And just calibrate. I want most of you to understand that as a hypnotist, less is more. I'm talking to you, but I'm not talking to Lucy. I'm letting her process. Every so often I want to calibrate. So I'm currently watching her via another screen and talking to you. Now, the key thing is watching those minuscule movements, those twitches, those eye flashes, those little things that are happening all the time. And when they stop, that's when you want to step in and say, when you're ready, you know you're ready, take your time and open your eyes. Calibration, calibration, calibration is so key to what you do. Calibrating with the client, watching them, working with the client, not you dictating. Silence is golden. Hypnosis. When you see hypnotherapists and hypnotists talking, they're talking for their sake, not the client. That's why we talk about how scripts are so terrible for the profession. Anyone who's ever been taught with a script should come away from it straight away because they're terrible. They're for the therapist. They're not for the client. They're designed. And when you listen to the trainers, they'll say, yeah, it gives them a framework, gives them something to do. Yeah, it gives the therapist a framework. It gives the therapist something to say, but it's not actually going for the real reason for why we're doing what we do. This is all in Lucy's hands. If you are working and somebody's like this, don't panic. Just let them do what they've done. You have no qualms in letting her just process what she needs to do. And I need you to take the confidence from that. If you think there's something going wrong and they haven't heard you properly, just repeat yourself. If you think there's something stuck, just go, let it go. No. Calibration's key. Keeping quiet is key. Me talking to you is fine. I'm not giving any suggestions here. What I want you to do is I want you to understand less is more. All right? The art of hush is the best practice for any hypnotist out there. As for worry about noise, some of you will sit there and think you're worried about noise. I'm just giving you something to think about. Noise won't interrupt what she's doing. For those people who sit and go, well, I can't do it because there's a car or there's a siren outside, that's rubbish. You can sit here all day long. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter because hypnosis is an internal state, not an external state. All right? Good. When you're ready, Lucy, you know you're ready and you've done enough for now. Just open your eyes and feel the best you've ever felt. How was that? Any feelings, images, thoughts, emotions or sensations come up?
Sensations.
Sensations? Good. But they're just sensations just flushing through your body?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. And that's why feelings, images, thoughts, emotions or sensations. The ambiguity of it allows the client to dictate how they want to do it, not how you're trying to force them. One thing that most trainers desperately try to do out there. So it's one of the good things for you. So I hope that helps. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comments box if you are doing this or you're enjoying doing it, all right? Look forward to your next part of your lesson. So all the way through this session, what we've done is we've learned calibration, calibration, calibration. I want you to watch your client. However, there is going to become a point when you are looking at your client, there is nothing happening, no twitching, no emotions, no feelings going on. And the one key things is that you're going to have to go check to see if they're right. So we calibrate, we go in. The best way to get somebody to emerge, for want of a better word, to come back to us, to open their eyes, is not to sit there and clap your hands and, oh, wakey, wakey. It's a simple thing. Watch the client, calibrate with the client, and you'll know when I mean about this. Look at the client and watch what they're doing. But what I want you to do is, I want you, when you've noticed that, is just to do a simple thing. when you want the client to open their eyes, it is when you're ready and you know you're ready, I want you to open your eyes. When you're ready and you know you're ready, open your eyes. If you want to, when you're ready and you know you're ready, open your eyes and feel brand new. A lovely little suggestion. Now, the key thing about this is when I was first taught hypnosis, it was like 3, 2, 1, just open your eyes and all this type of stuff. And wait, like that. And, open your eyes, open your eyes. It's a bit like, that we know hypnosis isn't sleep, but it's a bit like waking up in the morning and having your children or a dog or something like that jumping all over you and waking you up. And sometimes as well, the other thing as well is that your client may well be processing. So you want them to open their eyes when they're ready, not you're ready. Not sitting there like going like this. What you want to do is allow them to do it in their time. Key part to this is the calibration and allowing them to do it, all right? Allow them to do it when they want to do it, not when you're sitting there giving it. All right? So I want you to try that. You've seen it in the demonstration. Go play with it. Go enjoy yourself. And the last part that we're going to go through now is the last lesson. So, in this video, you have looked at the safety mechanisms that need to be in place, your contraindications. We've then looked at the pre-talk. Hypnosis, hypnosis, hypnosis. We've then looked at the induction. You can choose thousands and thousands of inductions, but magnetic fingers always wins. If due to a physical ailment, they need another one, then you can go to my YouTube channel and go find a lot more inductions. But to be quite honest, I always stick with the magnetic fingers. Deepener, a mystical place, a magical place, a powerful place. And then we sent them off into that suggestibility world where you can just be careful if you're a newbie, but try the emotional detox, the fights, if you are somebody that's got a bit of experience. Then we calibrate. And then what we do then is we then emerge them, calibrate some more. My friends, my name's Karl Smith, and I hope this has helped you on your hypnotic journey. By no means is this going to turn you into an advanced hypnotist, an advanced hypnotherapist to make you go out and do wonderful things. But this half an hour will teach you more than most people can teach you in a few months. And that's genuine. I spend an enormous amount of time retraining people, and I've condensed this down so you can understand the stages. Take them step by step, build them up and make them yours, and become the powerful hypnotist or hypnotherapist you want to be. My friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and most definitely comment on what you've just witnessed. My friends, go out there, go practice. And when you finish practicing, you're right. Go practice some more. My name's Karl Smith, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care for now, my friends. Bye-bye.